Jed-Forest have had a much better start to the season in the second tier and could well be much higher in the table, but this was a crucial game for them at home to Highland, who were 3 losses from 3 before this match at Riverside Park. And Jed certainly started the better of the two sides, plenty of opportunities to do some serious damage early on. But basic errors made life frustrating for them and their fans, and it was a pattern that would continue throughout the match. However, they were first on the score sheet when Captain Clark Skeldon powered his way over for the opening try on 11 minutes, converted by Aaron Weatherhead. And when the youngster bagged a penalty 5 minutes later, it looked as if it could be a more comfortable afternoon for the Borders club. There were certainly signs of danger from Highland though, and they managed to get points on the board with a Scott Fraser penalty to settle their nerves on the half hour. Just before the break, another Clark Skeldon try was recorded, the big man getting his brace to open up a 14-point lead, with Weatherhead once again accurate with the boot. But on the stroke of half-time, the Highland winger Magnus Henry went in for a try which gave his club a boost going into the break, and Jed ruining missed opportunities throughout the first half. Highland got right back into the game from the kick-off, with Adru Muratoki from Fiji creating havoc in the Jed defence and getting on the scoreboard for the visitors. And just a few moments later, up popped the giant prop Stephen Murray to put his team in front 18-17, and the complexion of the game changed completely. Jed needed to calm the nerves and do the basics right, but mistakes were still there for all to see, and certainly points were left out on the Riverside Park. They did get the lead back though on 53 minutes when Weatherhead scored another penalty, but Fraser cancelled that out in the final quarter with one of his own, and the lead was back in Highland's favour. At 21-20, the men from up north had to manage the game and run down the clock to get their first win of the season, and both teams looked extremely nervous as we headed towards full time. But with the final play of the game, veteran Lewis Young managed to get hold of the ball and run in for the decisive winning try to take 4 points and a too close for comfort victory, which elevates them to 5th position in the table. It was heartache for Highland as they so nearly managed their first win of the season, but it ended with the final score, Jed-Forest 27, Highland 21.
We said after last week we were going to try and get in front and stay in front, and we did that the first half, and luckily this week we've managed to grind out the result at the end. We've done really well to get a couple of scores up, and we were reasonably comfy, and then a first phase kind of try like that, just individual tackles and stuff, and all of a sudden it's a tight game and it gives them a bit of belief, and we knew they'd come out firing in second half. We knew they were dangerous out wide, and they done that, and they scored a couple of really good tries and put us under real pressure. But to soak that up like we did and eventually be able to grind out the win was really good.
I just gutted. We put everything into it, and it could have gone either way at the end, but it just didn't quite fall our way. But we put in a hell of an effort and can go back up the road pretty proud of the performance. There's a couple of young boys came on there, carried really well, and that's what we're wanting. Again, when you do make the changes, nothing changes. We know our roles, and it was great it was an old head and Lewis obviously finding the whitewash in the end, but some great work for the young boys coming on for the bench. The try we scored just before half time felt like a big kind of momentum changer. We had a real strong start to the second half, but we just didn't quite manage to get that extra score that would have maybe killed off Jed. And we knew they're a good team. We know it's a tough place to come, and that they've got some classy operators, and they were always going to be in with a shout. And unfortunately, they just snuck it right at the end.